ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Today I am going to try and explain about one of the most resplendent forms of Lord Shiva, Nataraja. My presentation will have 3 parts. The Purana associated with Nataraja, the iconography of Nataraja, the Chidhambaram temple. Lord Shiva dances during the creation, protection and destruction of the worlds, though the kind of his dance varies with respect to the action. Sandhya Tandava, Urdhva Tandava, Rudra Tandava, Samhara Tandava, etc. The dance of the Lord takes place in every minute particle for all of us to exist and act. That is the source of all the energy. His movement is Shakti. The Purana of Lord Nataraja. There were 2 ardent sages, Vyagrapada and Patanjali, who are worshipping God to see his blissful dance that energizes the worlds. Vyagrapada, out of his devotion, asked for the eyes and legs of the tiger so that he could go very early in the dawn, even before the bees wake up, to pluck the flowers very fresh, not even touched by the bees, to offer to God. That is why he was called Vyagrapada. The other sage was the serpent Adisesha, on which Mahavishnu resides, desired to see the glorious dance of God. They were performing austerity at the holy place called Thillai. At the same time, Bhadrakali, the fierce form of goddess, asked for a competition with God in dance. God and Mahakali came to the Thillai, where the sages were performing austerity to see his dance, and there began the competition between Kali and Lord Shiva. The Lord, who keeps dancing, creating, protecting, destroying, hiding and blessing, won the play by acting the Urdhva Tandava, raising his feet to his head. The gracious dance of the god filled the hearts of the sages and those who ardently seek him. Lord Shiva danced in the 5 ambalams during various occasions. Out of them, Chidhambaram is very much renowned. Lord danced here to fulfill the worship of Patanjali and Vyagrapada Maharishis. In the most recognizable Nataraja version, he is seen dancing in sheer abandon, hair locks wildly swaying, and his limbs placed in broad symmetry. He stands beautifully balanced on his right leg, trampling a tiny figurine. This entire scene is framed by a circle of flames. In a furiously and incessantly transforming world, Nataraja and the message of his dance, keep calm and move on, may be among the few relevant spiritual anchors of our times. Iconography of Lord Nataraja. The origins of Nataraja and of the Hindu god Shiva himself lie thousands of years ago. However, the form we recognize best today may have reached its apex around the 9th or 10th century in southern India, the Ananda Tandava or blissful dance. In it, Shiva is in the Bhujanga Trasita Karana pose, literally frightened by a snake, with his left leg held across his body at hip level, and every element contains a deep meaning. Roughly, Shiva is here at once seen creating and destroying existence, offering the escape hatch from this constant chaos, and finally revealing the clue to that escape hatch, which is to subdue ignorance. The following are the 5 most important elements indicating the Panchakritya or 5 key acts of the Nataraja. Srishti or creation. The Nataraja's rear left arm carries the hourglass shaped drum, Damaru, the vibrations of which create the universe. Some conflate this with the Big Bang of cosmic creation. Samhara or destruction. The raised rear right hand carries the fire that atrophies matter to a formless state, only for regeneration. In that sense, it is the fire of transformation, not destruction. It implies constant change, echoing the Buddhist precept of there's no being, only becoming. Sthiti or maintenance or protection. The open palm of the forehand indicates an assurance. There is nothing to fear about constant cosmic overhaul. Change is normal and I am here to protect you. Tirobhava or concealment. The hidden lower left palm pointing downwards says he is the creator of Maya, illusion or the veil of ignorance. Anugraha or blessing or liberation. The raised left foot combined with the closed hand signifies the option available before the seeker, moksha or liberation from ignorance, and by implication from the cycle of birth and death. A few more elements complement the idea of Panchakritya. These are Muyalaka or Apasmara. This dwarf demon at the Nataraja's feet represents the evils of ignorance and ego to be trampled upon. His right eye, left eye and third eye signify the sun, moon and fire or knowledge respectively. His right earring Makara Kundalam and left earring Stri Kundalam signify the union of man and woman. Right is man, left is woman. The crescent moon in his hair signifies benevolence and beauty. The flowing of river Ganga through his matted hair signifies eternity of life. The lotus pedestal signifies Om, the sound of the universe. Circle of fire. The frame around Nataraja is Maya, illusion, as experienced through the cyclical phenomenon of birth and death. The fire also represents the evils, dangers, heat, warmth, light and joys of daily life. The arch of fire emerges from 2 Makara, mythical water beasts on each end. Chidhambaram, the center of cosmic consciousness. Chidhambaram temple is a Hindu temple dedicated to Lord Shiva, located in the heart of the temple town of Chidhambaram, Tamil Nadu. The temple is 78 kilometers south of Pondicherry and 235 kilometers from Chennai. Chidhambaram is one of the 5 holiest Shiva temples, each representing one of the 5 natural elements. Chidhambaram represents Akasha, ether. The other 4 temples in this category are Tiruvannaikaval Jambukeshwara, water, Kanchi Ekambareshwara, earth, Tiruvannamalai Arunachaleshwara, fire, and Kalahastinathar, wind. A unique feature of this temple is the bejeweled image of Lord Nataraja as the main deity. It depicts Lord Shiva as the master of Bharatanatyam and is one of the few temples where Lord Shiva is represented by a murti rather than the classic iconic lingam. At Chidhambaram, the dancer dominates, not the linga as in other Shiva shrines. The Chit Sabha houses a small Spatika lingam. Chandramaulishvara, believed to be a piece that fell from the crescent adorning Lord Shiva's head and installed by Adi Shankara. The linga is associated with the intangible fifth element, Akasha, ether or space. The temple complex is spread over 50 acres in the heart of the city. It is an ancient and historic temple dedicated to Lord Shiva Nataraja and Lord Govindaraja Perumal, one of the few temples where both the Shaivite and Vaishnavite deities are enshrined in one place. To the followers of Shaivism, the very word Koil refers to Chidhambaram. In the same way, to the followers of Vaishnavism, it refers to Sri Rangam or Thiruvarangam. Meaning of Chidhambaram. The word Chidhambaram may be derived from Chit, meaning consciousness, and Ambaram, meaning sky. The Chidakasham is the state of supreme bliss or ananda, and Lord Nataraja is the symbolic representation of the supreme bliss or Ananda Natanam. Shaivites believe that a visit to Chidhambaram leads to liberation. Yet another theory is that it is derived from the word Chitrambalam, from Chittu, meaning play or dances of God, and Ambalam, meaning stage. This ancient temple of the Cholas is unique as it is one of the rare temples where Shiva is represented by an idol rather than the customary lingam. According to the legend, Adisesha, the serpent god, heard about the grandeur of Shiva's cosmic dance from Lord Vishnu. Filled with irrepressible desire to witness the dance in person at Chidhambaram, Seshan descended to earth as Patanjali. At the appointed hour, Shiva granted to Patanjali a visual treat in the form of his cosmic dance of bliss, to the accompaniments of music played by several divine personalities in the Hindu pantheon. This dance of bliss is said to have been witnessed by Lord Vishnu, and there is a Govindaraja shrine in the Nataraja temple commemorating this. There are 5 main principal sabhas in this temple, which are known as Chit Sabha, Kanaka Sabha, Deva Sabha, Nritya Sabha, and Raja Sabha. The main idol of Lord Shiva or Nataraja resides in the Chit Sabha. The second is the Kanaka Sabha, in front of the Chit Sabha, from where the daily rituals are conducted. The Kanaka Sabha is adorned by a gold-plated roof. The golden roof is made of 22,600 tiles, representing the number of breaths of a human being on a day, and fixed with 72,000 golden nails, representing the 72,000 visible and invisible nerves of a human body. The roof is having 9 ornamental conical heads, kalasas, representing the 9 gateways or holes in a human body. There are 5 courtyards representing 5 sheaths of a human body, kosas. Chidhambaram temple is associated with Chidambara Ragasyam, which is a belief that there is a secret message conveyed through the embossed figure near the shrine of Shiva here. Since ancient times, it is believed that this is the place where Lord Shiva and Parvati are present, but are invisible to the naked eyes of normal people. In the Chidhambaram temple of Lord Nataraja, Chidambara Ragasyam is hidden by a curtain. Darshan of Chidambara Ragasyam is possible only when priests open the curtain for special pujas. People who are fortunate enough to have a darshan of Chidambara Ragasyam can merely see golden vilva leaves signifying the presence of Lord Shiva and Parvati in front of them. Temple tanks. The Chidambaram temple is well endowed with several water bodies within and around the temple complex. The most important among them is the Shivaganga tank. Shivaganga tank is in the 3rd corridor of the temple, opposite to the shrine of Shivagami. It is accessed by flights of stone steps leading from the shrine. Temple car. The Chidhambaram temple car is used for processions twice a year, where it is drawn by several thousand devotees during the festivals. There is just so much lore about this beautiful temple, and it is impossible to condense all the beauty in 10 minutes. I will finish my talk by showing you this unique statue. In 2004, a 2-meter statue of the dancing Shiva was unveiled at CERN, the European Centre for Research in Particle Physics in Geneva. The statue, symbolizing Shiva's cosmic dance of creation and destruction, was given to CERN by the Indian government to celebrate the research centre's long association with India. A special plaque next to the Shiva statue explains the significance of the metaphor of Shiva's cosmic dance. Hundreds of years ago, Indian artists created visual images of dancing Shivas in a beautiful series of bronzes. In our time, physicists have used the most advanced technology to portray the patterns of the cosmic dance. The metaphor of the cosmic dance thus unifies ancient mythology, religious art, and modern physics.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.